Congrats on the win, man.
Thank you.
Take us through that. Was it everything you expected it to be and then some?
Yeah, I performed better. The best I've performed so far, I think. I think I was the calmest I've ever been. It feels normal now to be fighting in there, so it's definitely a good feeling to be prepared and calm as ever. I've never felt so calm in a fight, and I think that's why I look so good. So
Take me through that then. What was there a switch that you flipped that allowed you to be more calm than you've been in the past?
I think just practicing being calm, practicing taking my time, especially focusing on the openings and the strikes, figuring out the when, the where, the why, the how. I think that's made it way easier to navigate the striking and not feel like I got a good handle on it. So it's good, yeah. That's why I was able to stay so calm.
Nothing different in like training camp and preparation?
No, nothing different.
Yeah.
I actually probably trained. I trained my striking more than I've ever trained before. I mean, I haven't barely wrestled the last 4 months. I pretty much just struck. I did some wrestling with Ben Askren once a week, so obviously that goes a long way. So once a week grappling, and every other day of the week I was striking. So I think that's why it paid off.
Does that have to do just with your background being such a strong wrestler to begin with, that you feel like that's second nature to you, that you don't need to work on it as much right now?
Dude, I can wrestle with my eyes closed, hand tied behind my back, halfway knocked out. I can wrestle pretty much any time. It doesn't really matter. I can wrestle half dead from cutting weight, from being tired. It doesn't really matter. I've been wrestling since I was 4, so it's in my nature just to be able to wrestle double leg, single leg, high crotch. That's all day. So I knew I had to get better at the striking. I mean, since I started MMA, that's been my focus. I've seen the downfall with some guys being, such strict wrestlers and not working their hands and then get knocked out. So I'm not about to go that path. I've seen, so I want to be a well-rounded fighter. And to me, that means a good striker and a good wrestler and a good submission artist. So I think today I showed wrestling, striking, and jiu-jitsu all in the same fight. So I think it's a pretty good show of my skill for sure.
Bellator's got a reputation of finding, especially wrestlers at the collegiate level, and then bringing you guys along at a nice, steady pace, right? So
Yeah.
is that pace something that you're comfortable with as you look forward into the future, or would you like to
We're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up. We need some more fights. I think I just needed time to develop. And now that I've been a little bit more developed, and yeah. I had a couple little roadblocks, earlier in my career with just personal things, and now that's in my rearview mirror, that it feels good to keep progressing. So, yeah.
Hey, Newman, K. Williams for Can Chronicles Media. You look spectacular tonight.
Thank you.
So, with each win or loss in combat sports, I mean, there has to be a quest to get better. With that being said, how important was discipline tonight in tonight's victory?
I think discipline was probably the biggest key in my success tonight. I think staying consistent, staying disciplined with my training, with my coaches, that's what did it for me. So, yeah, 100%.
Hey, Jordan, congrats on a phenomenal performance.
Thank you.
2 questions here. So one is, the line going into this fight, you were a massive favorite, minus 1,100. Does that play a role at all in how you want to go out and perform as far as like getting the finish or dominating, or is that out of sight, out of mind?
I didn't like it. That's actually crazy. I didn't think I was that much of a favorite. I saw
Bettors
some
love
other
ya.
ones that were pretty high, but not that high. I don't like it. I don't like being that much of a favorite. I mean, I don't dislike it, but
Right.
kind of like they're not, I don't know. It's obvious that people know I'm going to win, though, so.
And the performance was warranted of the line as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing is, in training camp, is it all physical, or is there mental training that you do as well to get yourself ready to perform?
It's both. It's a combination of both. I would say, obviously, the mental, the when, the where, the why, the how is the most important thing in a fight. You could know every move in the book, but if you don't know when to use it, why to use it, how to use it at the right time, it's not really going to matter. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. I've been focusing on my technique, on my skills, and obviously it paid off. So, yeah.
Incredible performance.
Thank you.
Jordan, you were incredibly accurate. I am taking the data at cage side, and it turns out you were nearly perfectly accurate in all of these leg strikes, takedowns, clinch strikes, total distance strikes, head, body, leg, everything. How do you remain so precise while you're under so much pressure as well?
I don't know. I was so calm. But if you actually look at my stats over my last, 5 fights, now my stats are like ridiculous. I probably have, this fight not as much because I didn't really ground and pound them. But in my last few fights, I got over 130 strikes to like 10. You know what I mean? Each fight. In this fight, I got, barely touched. I think, he punched me a couple times on the feet, but I was trying to stand with him longer than I typically do, so that's just going to happen. But, yeah.
You're the blue, and the pink is the average of everybody else in history. So tonight, that's how well-rounded you were.
Yeah, my stats are probably better than – I've only had 5 fights, but if we're going by the stats, I would say my stats are probably better than anyone in the league, maybe even MMA. I don't know that for sure, but if you go to, how many times I've been hit, how many times I've hit them, my takedown success is 100% in all my fights. I don't think I've missed a single takedown. And obviously just the volume speaks for itself too. So, yeah, my stats are good, but it doesn't really tell the whole story, but I think my stats are definitely be respected.
Hey, Jordan.
What's up, bro?
How's it going? You obviously had the crowd on your side tonight. It seemed like you could hear people yelling, "Let's go Newman," from almost every corner of the arena.
Tons of people here for me tonight.
What was it like for you fighting in Chicago and having the crowd behind you, having a lot of people here just to come and watch you?
It was awesome. I was definitely thinking about it the couple days before the fight. I was like, damn, I might have all these people here to see me. Usually my fights, I'm so far away that it's hard for people to come see me. But this time I probably got, I don't know for sure, but I got over 100 people out there right now. So, yeah, the after party is about to be sick.
And then you're on the same card as Corey Anderson and Rob Fennicle, who fought before you. All 3 of you wrestled at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Dub.
What was it like? What's it mean to you to share the card and the headliner all from your same alma mater?
Yeah, it's cool. It shows that us Warhawks are a bunch of badasses for sure. So, we got Corey who's going to win the title tonight. I dominated. I think Rob came up a little bit short, but he's a warrior nonetheless. So, yeah, it's cool to get all 3 of us on a card, man. It's freaking awesome. We definitely had alumni, coaches, wrestlers, all types of people in the community supporting us. So, yeah, it was super awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, as a UW Whitewater alumni myself,
Dub.
very easy to know that you're a very accomplished wrestler.
Yep.
You probably could have done that in the first round had you really wanted to. Did you make it a point here to make sure that you could show off the striking just so everyone in the future knows that you have these types of hands?
Yeah, my plan was to kick him in the head. That was the plan. I was close, but yeah, I wanted to strike for the first round. I didn't want to take him down. Typically, I take people down within the first 10 seconds, but today I didn't want to. So, yeah.
Probably made a couple people mad because it was minus 150 under 1.5 rounds. Just barely missed that mark, but congrats on the win.
What do you mean? For the betting?
Yeah, for betting.
No, I don't care about that. I just care about winning.